How do, folks? How you doing? Just a quick one, and been a while again. It seems to be the new start to these. That does, don't it? I just thought I'd come on here and have a bit of a chat about shit and this wonky world we're living in, and it is a wonky world. Once again, we've got the truth community all gone wonky over the American elections. It's almost as if we don't have our own, isn't it? Yeah, deluded folks everywhere. You've either got to be on one side or the other, and people cannot comprehend in any circumstances that you know fully that politics is an illusion of choice. It's literally theatre for your mind, and boy, do they know how to play your fucking mind. We've literally got at the minute everybody coming in the pants about an American president being elected. You've either got one side or the other. I got accused of being a Harris supporter the other day just for telling people politics was fucking theatre. Imagine, I'm English. I don't give a fuck about either of them. It's literally theatre. So yeah, you've got people English. This is the most bizarre thing. The English people, English truthers, cheering for Trump. Oh yeah, he's going to drain the swamp again, isn't he? He didn't do it last time, but I promise you, this time he's going to do it. Yeah, and they're going to play this theatre, but I mean, I've been saying for ages, years, and I think other people have been saying similar for years as well. They have to destroy this system to bring in the new system. They have to do that. The banks have to go, the pharmaceuticals have to go, all of it. It has to be destroyed to bring in the new system, the new world order. People are going, oh, the big pharma is going to be taken down by Trump. Yeah, of course it is, because they want to bring in the med beds and frequency-based stuff, but only it's not going to be really frequency-based stuff, is it? It's going to be electronically linked to your chip. You're going to be transhuman. There's your medical shit. There's your big pharma, what they're going to actually do to you now. But we have to watch the theatrics, and we have to watch the people getting all cheery and teary-eyed over Trump draining the swamp, bringing this shit-ass system down. And yes, it is going to be brought down. We know that. Stupid people know that too, but only they forget that because they're too busy on the process, aren't they? Bringing in the new world order. Let's cheer this on. Yeah, don't worry about your chips, because honestly, Donald Trump and JFK Jr. They're going to make sure that by the time you get the chip, that's going to be safe. And your vaccinations, don't forget your vaccinations, they're going to be safe. They're going to be good ones, because they're going to get Big Pharma sorted out, and they're going to be good ones. Oh, fucking idiots. People are stupid. I don't know, and I really can't get it. And I don't know what can be said to these people to actually wake them up to what's really going on. I don't think there's anything at this stage that can be said to these people. Well, no, I know there's nothing at this stage that can be said to these people to actually wake them up, because they're too enthralled in the game. They love the game. They can't wait for the next stage of the game, for these systems to be broken down. And yeah, Big Pharma. Don't forget what I said before about they aim up here, but really they go in here. They're making you jump up and down about them going up here. Don't worry, I'm not doing a Hitler. Adolf Rothschild. I'm not doing a Hitler sign here. But realistically, they go up here. They get you all up in arms, jumping about. They really go in here. When they settle here, you're going to be creaming again, and yeah, we did it, we won. But realistically, they started here. This is where they are. They go in here. They tell you here. You don't like it. They're going to settle here. You're going to cheer. You're going to congratulate yourselves, pat yourselves on the back for doing such a great job of stopping these parasites from doing what they're doing. Not really. It was their plan in the first place. People are stupid. They need this shit. They really, really do. The reality is, Everybody's all over the internet. We've got AI running things. And let's face it, at this stage in the game, I'm pretty confident AI is running the world and has been doing for many, many resets. Not just recent years. Slowly catchy monkey. It's a constant game. It just, well, they've already caught us probably generations ago, resets ago, and they just go round this circle of energy harvesting of us, getting us to create new things, new inventions, pushing things further. Not us, the real scientists, the ones that they handpick to work in their laboratories and such like. We don't know any of that shit's going on. You know, we're talking about the ones that are designing the chips to put in our bodies. That's what they're after. That's the technologies they're after. They're not interested in the slightest on the next generation of telephone. They're really not. That's distraction. And look at the fucking people spending thousands of pounds now on CIA/MI6 devices that are just literally putting themselves in your pocket for data harvesting, and people pay thousands for it. You're constantly giving over every penny you get for their next piece of technology that is spying on you and affecting you and attaching itself to you and draining you of your energies. You love this shit, and there's no way to really stop anybody from going down that road, because they love that shit. You can't tell anybody. Look at the farmers again. Now I'll talk about the farmers again because I live on a farm. Why wouldn't I? And what I say isn't an attack on the farmers. It genuinely isn't. The farmers, they're quite oblivious to this campaign of like, get the people behind the farmers need the people. That's not the farmers doing that. That's the system doing that. That's to make fools of you and, as usual, keep you distracted doing shit that's ridiculous. It isn't the people. The people don't. The farmers don't need the people. Well, obviously they would do if they were growing food, wouldn't they? But they don't need the people to support them. That's not what's really going on here. If you think about it, it's the people that need the farmers supporting them, but the farmers have removed that support in aid of free money from the government. And they started doing it years ago. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Subsidies initially. They were taking free money on subsidies, and then the government played the game. Oh, subsidies are wobbling, we might not get any subsidies anymore. We'll offer you these options. Oh, well, we can get free money by giving the government options on our land. That means basically we can take a load of free money off the government, but now we can't sell our land because the government have to have first refusal on it. Are we thinking anybody? And now the SFI programme, and as I've said many times, the farm where I'm at, the farmer, thousands and thousands and thousands of acres, huge farm, thousands of acres, the entire farm has gone in the SFI programme. Now I had people coming to me, oh, you can't do that, you can't, that's a fact, I'm not guessing, I'm here, it's happened, it's already done. And now what he does, he sprays his land every few weeks. I'm fucking watching it with my own eyes. This leaving the land to go back to nature, bird seed as the farmers call it. So first thing you have to do is spray it really fucking regular with Monsanto shit. And other shit as well, toxins and the shit that's destroying the soil basically. And then you have to mow it every now and again because you're leaving it to go back to nature for the birds, don't forget. So you have to mow it and bale it and get rid of that fucker, then respray it, then regrow it, then remow it and respray it, and this is going on. And he's absolutely convinced it's only a 3-year thing. I'm like, mate, just look at the chemicals you're spraying on your land. Your land's going to be fucked in 3 years. All of those seeds that you're planting, because they have to buy them, and they have to buy them specifically. You can't just buy rewilding seeds at random. They want their specific seeds, and their specific seeds are aluminium, barium and strontium resistant, and probably a few other things resistant, just to make sure they will grow so people cannot get what's going on. If we had a barren landscape, nobody would know, would we? I mean, just think of the principle with the old jab scheme. They give everybody that, everybody starts dropping like flies, and then years later they start talking about, oh, we've got to look into this. Now, same thing's going to happen with the land. The land's going to be barren eventually when they stop giving them the bird seed to grow there. Nothing will grow after these 3 years. I'm pretty convinced of this. And then when nothing's fucking growing in there, certainly no food's going to grow in there ever again. And then when, well, I say ever again, for the foreseeable, as long as their agenda's planned up for next reset. And then, but they're going to be going, I don't understand why the fields aren't growing any plants. We're trying to grow food and it won't grow. No, remember the tinfoil hatters telling you so. But no, they won't remember that. Oh, don't be stupid, that's a conspiracy. Yeah, but your food ain't growing. Yeah, it must be natural. It's nature, rain, all the weather, whatever's going on, it's a phenomena. And then the government are going to do a basic analysis of the soil, and then probably start an investigation that will probably take 15 years to complete, and then they'll realise mistakes happened. And there you go. But in the meantime, you ain't got no fucking food. Wow, people are stupid. No, I've said it before. I've seen this coming. For months now, I've been 24/7 freeze drying food. 24/7. My freeze dryer is running right this minute. I've got years at this stage of food supplies, and they're just about to be taken out because I keep talking about it and everybody knows where they are, so I'm shifting them. But the reality is, if people aren't preparing in any way you can prepare, don't do this, oh, what can I do? I can't afford a freeze dryer. Then start buying tinned food. Start buying rices and pastas and fucking repackage them. That's the important bit. Get a vacuum sealer. Take rices and pastas out of their original package and repackage them in Mylar bags and vacuum pack them. That way they can last for years. But in the original packet they won't, because of the air that's in them. So there's an option. But there are many options for what you can do. I've got fuel supplies, I've got water supplies, I've got food supplies, I've got tools, I've got things on the wall to help protect myself, I've got things in corners to help protect myself. I've got all sorts all over the place to help protect myself. You've just got to find ways to protect yourself. Shit's coming. We know shit's coming. They're importing phenomenal numbers of fellas from really tough countries, and these fellas know how to stick together. They know how to handle themselves. Don't fall for this bullshit of the fully trained United Nations soldiers. That's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life. And it's just a testament to just how fucking stupid the people are, and they will believe any old bollocks they're told. They don't need to train these people, they just need to bring them here, because when shit hits the fan, these people will be mobilised on their own. They don't need to be sent out on a mission. They will just go out, stick together and survive. They're from countries that have taught them how to survive, really tough countries where they don't know where the next food and next meal's coming from. Don't think for 1 minute they're going to have a trouble 10, 20 of them coming, booting your fucking door in and coming, taking everything you've got, moving on to the next door neighbour. And I'm just pulling it from the area, but if there's no food available, I wouldn't be surprised if some may chop you fucking up and put you on a fucking barbecue yourself. They will eat. That's one thing for a fact. They will eat. You won't. And by you, I mean the average Joe in this country who's been softened up to the point they'd fucking hide under the stairs. And we know they'd hide under the stairs because they was hiding under the pissing stairs from a common cold, weren't they? Dickheads. Whatever they're told to do, there will be, I should imagine, reports on the radio saying, don't go out your home. Don't, just wait. People are coming to save you. The milk tray man's coming. Trump's gonna come and save you. Come on, folks. Wake up to this shit. It's all a load of bollocks. It really is. And genuinely, people are fucking stupid. All they need is a glimmer of hope. And they not just pin their hopes on it, they'll fucking tell you that's a fact. This is happening. That's what it's going to be. But the true reality of the world, nothing's fact that we know. Nothing is fact. And at this stage in the game, I mean, I've been in it a long time, and I've reinvented my mind many, many times on new information received, because you just learn that something's bollocks after being convinced of it and seeing all the evidence on it. And then eventually, when you realise AI's creating all this shit, AI is running this shit, it's not hard really to realise that AI in a millisecond can create a backstory to a bit of bollocks they're giving you, and put that backstory throughout the entirety of the internet. So the first time you hear about it, you go searching on the internet and you find it's laced all over the place, so it must be true. We've all fell for it over and over and over again. But now's the age where we need to realise, I think we're coming to a point where most people can actually see that at the minute we can't believe anything we're told, anything we read, anything we see on the internet, anything the news gives us, anything our mates tell us. And literally, with the technology that's available today, we can't believe anything that we see, smell or hear with our own senses. This is an absolute fact. AI has far surpassed that, but let's not forget, they don't give us the technology as it's created. I know they'd like us to believe that, and there's many, many fucking idiots out there that do believe that. Oh, look what they've just invented, look what they've just created. No, they give it us when they want us to have it. Not when it's time for us to have it, when they want us to have it. They're giving us AI now because they're way ahead of this shit with quantum computing, and God only knows where AI has gone to and what AI is capable of doing now. But the bullshit AI that they give us, I assure you, that's not a drop in the ocean to what they're using against us. And the only reason they've given us that is just the same as they gave us the internet: data harvesting. They've got into your rooms, they've got into your bedrooms. You're putting your phones at the side of your bed at night, knowing for a fact that the powers that be, I call them that loosely, have the ability to switch on the microphone of your phone and listen to everything you say. People have got the computers facing into the rooms and into the bedrooms, knowing that the powers that be can switch on the camera and switch on the microphone and see what you're up to in your own home, in your own bedroom. And not only that, TVs, smart TVs, which most people have got a fucking smart TV these days. Very few, and don't come in the comments, I've got to do one, there's always one. But the reality is, most people have got smart TVs. We know that these smart TVs have cameras in them, they have audio microphones in them, and they are listening and watching what you're up to, even when the devices are switched off. This goes for computer, this goes for telephone, this goes for everything. They're in your pocket, they're at work with you, they're in the canteen with you, they're in the toilet with you, they're in your bedroom, they're watching everything you click on when you start mooching through the internet. Every single video you watch, they're watching it. Not only watching it, AI is compiling a very, very comprehensive psychological profile on you and everybody else in the fucking world that's doing the same, which is probably at this stage 98% of the world. They're getting it all. There is no scenario, there's nothing you're doing. It doesn't matter whether you're cooking your tea, having a fucking deep and meaningful chat with your wife or your husband, trying to put the world to rights on Zoom calls with your friends, or sat on the toilet having a wank in most cases. They're in there with you. They are literally not profiling you, they've already done that shit. They're perfecting the profile. They've got you down, they've got every one of us down, and AI is running this shit. It knows the moves, not only that we're making, not what we're about to do. They know the moves that we don't even think we know yet, because that psychological profile is way ahead of us, and in most cases implanting the thoughts in our head and tweaking and tuning us to make the moves that it wants us to make. And stupidly, the people think they're outsmarting it. You think the ideas you've got in your head are yours? Really? You think that the thoughts of how you're going to protect yourself, how you're going to defend yourself are yours. Really? Really? Now, I have to ask myself these same questions. Only thing is, I've no interest whatsoever in the jumping up and down and falling for the bollocks. I'm quite happy just sitting here preparing my own life to protect my own family, to sustain and support my loved ones. That is what I'm doing, and to protect what I've got. At the end of the day, it matters not one bit what AI has planned, because I have my own shit planned. And if all that fails, then maybe we'll just go on a last hurrah. Who fucking knows? Who cares? The way the world is, I've seen a few people exit this world saying they don't want to live in the future that's coming. Do we? No, I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal in any way, shape or form. But by fuck, if I have to go out in a blaze of glory protecting my own, I absolutely will do. I've got no interest whatsoever on an offensive nature towards the system, because you go on the offensive towards them, they can thwart you back absolutely easy. All these people talking hard about we need to take the government down, we need to do that. They're doing that themselves, but only thing is, you're going to fucking welcome in the new shit. But the reality of taking the government down, let me just explain to you what, just very briefly, just a quick flash view of what taking the government looks like. The police come and arrest you, they put you in prison. Or say you then get some defensive items and you go on a war with the police. Just think for a minute you're better than the firearms squad and all of the intensive special programs and special forces that the police have got. The government have the army too. Now you're going to take on the British military with their tanks, aircraft, helicopters. Have the SAS dropping in on a fucking string through your roof and wake up with them at the side of your bed. No, you're not going to beat them that way. Don't even think violence is your answer. Don't think protesting is if you're going to protest, that's absolute fucking stupidity. That's doing exactly what they want you to do. Now, actually, I said violence isn't the answer. I'm not saying it isn't the answer, although I just did say it wasn't the answer. But in reality, what I mean by it is, if you go off on a campaign to suddenly do that, then you're going to lose big time. You're going to lose your life, if nothing else. But the reality of the whole situation, if the world woke up to this shit and went down there and just strung the motherfuckers up from the rafters, as one of their own once told us that was the path to deal with it. Oh no, it's as if the good people of this nation knew what we were up to in these halls of power, they would be down to us in a moment, or down to Westminster in the moment, flat and string us from the rafters. Well, he told them. They didn't do it. And they do know now, most people do know, even though they pretend they don't, and they like to talk about us with the tinfoil hats on. They sort of get into grips that the system doesn't love you, the system doesn't want you. It isn't there for you. It doesn't want you, it doesn't care for you, it just wants the benefits of you. But there again, the people want the benefits of it too. You can't talk to even people within the truth movement without seeing that they want the system. They want the driving licenses, they want the passports, because fuck me, you've got to be able to go to Spain, haven't you? Oh God, could you imagine if you couldn't go to Spain for a quick fucking holiday? So you can't get rid of your passports. So we want the benefits and privileges of personage, but we don't want the duties and obligations, even though we know they kind of come in hand. If you're going to have the benefits and privileges, you have got the duties and obligations. But no, I'm not a person, I don't do that, I don't need that, but let me just go and get in my car that's licensed, insured and MOT'd, and go down to my business, which I've got registered on Company's House. I'll go to my job where I've got PAYE, and yeah, I get it, I absolutely get it. Life would be really tough if you suddenly woke up today and fucking realised what you're doing. It would be really tough. But guess what? You know, if you etch out a process in your life of actually living without that shit, you can actually do it. I mean, I do it. I live this life. I fucking live this life, and people look at me like I'm some sort of fucking superhero or a fucking idiot. Either way, I don't really give a shit how people are looking at me, because I'm my own fucking man. But the reality is I etched a path out in my own life, my own way, doing my own thing, and I'm getting by. I'm managing to feed my family. I'm managing to keep supplies, managing to sustain, and I'm managing to create a sustaining future. You all can. When you stop making excuses and stop, oh, but you're this or you're that and you're doing this and you're doing that. Never mind excuses about what I'm fucking doing. You do. You do you. You find your path. We all can. It's only your slave mentality that can't see your way out of your job. The first thing you think, oh, well, if I stop my job today, I don't get my fucking £1,000 next month, or £2,000 or £10,000. I don't give a shit what it is you're getting. But the reality is that's your mentality. If you don't go to work today, you don't get money at the end of the month. That's some slave mentality. How's about if you didn't go to work today, but you started doing something today that brought in the bacon? You would then eat next month. Your family would eat next month. You work at this shit. You build something, you create. Or at very least try and create it alongside your work. But oh no, because then you want to go to a pub or you want to go whatever, doing whatever you want to do because your activities are worth more. Don't forget, this isn't your hands and feet tied. This is you choosing. And because of your slave mentality, you're struggling to choose the right decisions or to make the right decisions. The choices are there. You just don't recognise them. And it isn't for me to tell you what to do. Don't be starting to say, what should I do then? I don't fucking know. I don't know what you're good at. I don't know your life skills. And loads of people will go, well, I ain't got no life skills. Well, with that fucking mentality, absolutely you won't have. But I bet if you actually explored what you're capable of, you'd find something. There'd be something for you to do. I mean, fucking grab a pair of ladders and go out there, go and knock on doors. Do you want your windows cleaning? Well, we have a window cleaner. Okay, we'll try the next one, the next one, the next one. Before the end of the day, you'll have money to feed your family. I don't give a shit if you go in door to door with a bucket and sponge saying, can I clean your fucking car? Can I clean your driveway? Can I sweep your fucking garden? Can I pick your dog shit up off your garden? Find a messy garden. Can I fucking clear that up? Can I cut your fucking grass? Can you do fucking anything? I don't know what you can do, and I don't really care what individuals can do. You all have a skill set. You literally all have a skill set. You're just too stupid to think it if you're sat there thinking I can't do anything. Because literally everybody can. You could all make some money if you wanted to do it, or make an exchange for some food for what you need. There's loads of things going on out there. Network, make some connections with people that do some great things. You do some great things. Exchange. There's loads of ways forward, but the slave mentality's got you locked in and you can't see it. And what? So I'll bet a pound to a pinch of shit somebody goes, it's all right for you because of blah blah blah. Because of fucking what? What? I'm nobody. I'm just a fella. I've been saying it forever and a day. As long as I've been on fucking YouTube, as long as I've been on Facebook, as long as I've been out there talking to people, I've been telling you, I'm nobody special. I am just a fella who learned some shit. You all can do, but you can learn some shit in your own realm. The reality is, what I've learned has multiplied and multiplied again, just because I'm available for learning. Just because I'm here learning some shit, it kind of sorts itself out. More things come to you. You start in one position, you end in a totally different position. That's the progression of life when you're actually out there living fucking life, as opposed to sitting there just expecting somebody to fucking give you something. Everybody wants a fucking freebie from the government, so when you go in for the freebies from the government, you get the freebies from the fucking government. Then you become dependent on the freebies from the fucking government. You need to sort your shit out, become self-reliant. Don't care what the government have got for you, because I'm not having it. I don't want it. I don't care what you've got for me. Shove it up your fucking arse. I'll make my own way, thank you very much. I'm my own man. That's the attitude everybody needs. Man, woman or fucking beast, that's what you need. You need to get out of this fucking slave mentality and start sorting your shit out, because life is about to get really fucking hard, and if you're still there making fucking excuses, it's gonna be fucking horrendous. Anyway, folks, on that note, I'm going to leave you with that cheery one, and I hope you have a fucking awesome one, because I've just got a fella about to turn up who's very, very ill, and hopefully I can make a difference in his life. Have a good one, all. Ta-da.